Friends, whales are stacking up on Ethereum, the M2 money supply is charging the market, and altcoins are preparing a surprise that could flip the game. Want to decode these signals? See what the market is really offering us? And of course, figure out where the juicy profits are hiding? Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, smash the like, and let's unlock the on-chain magic. But keep your mind sharp. Research is everything. Friends, the market is screaming. Bull run ahead, and altcoins are ready to steal the show. In the coming weeks, we're expecting an explosive surge, and today I'll break down why it's happening, which signals to watch, and how not to mess it up. Let's start with the basics, the clearest indicators. First up, Bitcoin, our crypto lighthouse. It has already jumped $30,000 from April's lows, and this isn't just a pump, it's the starting gun of a new bull phase. Right now, BTC is heating up around $104,000, showing us that capital is flowing hard into crypto. Why? The global M2 money supply, our market's turbo engine, looks ready for another blast-off. It's been calm for 10 days, but we're potentially heading for December 2024 levels again, and that's when we hit local tops. On screen, the M2 chart. See how it pushes BTC up? This liquidity wave is about to lift the entire market, and altcoins will carry the torch. Second, altcoin on-chain activity is off the charts. While Bitcoin sets the tone, altcoins are loading their rockets. The on-chain charts are glowing. Whales are scooping up Ethereum, Solana, Sui, and more like it's the end of the world. For Ethereum, it's record-level accumulation. Wallets with 10,000 plus ETH are multiplying like jungle vines. Z-score metrics show ETH is undervalued, a setup for a potential 20 to 30% daily candle. By the way, I recently shared a post in my Telegram channel where I listed all the key indicators I track, plus a full list of tools you can use for in-depth analysis and early signals. The link's in the video description. Make sure to subscribe. Third, capital flow and dominance are flashing, alt season incoming. USDT supply just hit $151 billion. That's a $31 billion increase since November. Pure rocket fuel. At the same time, BTC and stablecoin dominance is dropping. The weekly RSI shows bearish divergence. Translation? Capital is rotating into alts. Solana, Hyperliquid, Sui. They're holding strong against BTC, building higher lows. On screen, the dominance chart. See that downward impulse? It dropped 5.3% in a matter of days. And even though it bounced slightly, it means nothing. Alts are at the starting line. These signals? They're your crypto treasure map. Want more breakdowns and on-chain charts? Smash that subscribe button, hit the bell, and let's go deeper. But remember, not all altcoins will moon equally. Focus on projects with real revenue, not just hype. That's exactly the kind of coin I cover on this channel. And if you want to catch them before they do a 50x, not after, then subscribe right now. Avoid speculative tokens with $50 million plus market caps and no metrics. Don't chase FOMO. Research, charts, and on-chain data are your keys to profit. Now, before we jump into my top picks, let me hit you with 3 final insights. 1. Get in before the hype. If you're waiting for CNN to scream "new crypto boom" or for TikTok to flood with rocket emojis and BTC edits, you're already late. Whales accumulate when it's quiet, not when it's trending. They don't chase the hype, they create it. When the market blasts off, winners are those already in position, not the ones who aped in mid-pump. Second summer correction? Probably. But it's not a crash, it's a reset. I've said this before. Summer might bring a 30 to 50% pullback, but that's not the end. It's the inhale before the final sprint. Every cycle has that calm before the storm. That's when the market clears out weak hands and recharges. It's during these quiet moments that the biggest profits are born, for those who stay sharp and plan ahead. 3. Profit taking is a strategy, not a panic button. Many people obsess over when to enter, but the real money is made on exit. If the fear and greed index hits 90 to 95, or M2 starts dropping, that's not a guaranteed dump. but it's a warning. Profit isn't when your portfolio is green, it's when you've secured that green into cold storage. Exiting should be as strategic as your entry. And now, we're finally ready to dive into the coins that, in my opinion, check all the boxes and have massive upside potential. Let's go. Let's talk Hyperliquid. And this is where things get real. This isn't just a promising project anymore. It's a DeFi giant that now handles 70% of the entire decentralized perpetual futures market. In other words, every second perp trade happens through their platform. That level of volume concentration speaks for itself. Hyperliquid is a Layer 1 blockchain fully focused on perpetual futures. At the end of 2024, they launched the largest airdrop in history, 310 million HYPE tokens distributed to active traders. Starting with a $1.2 billion market cap, it has already ballooned to $16 billion, surpassing Aave, Pepe, and a bunch of legacy players. But that's not the main thing. The real power lies in the ecosystem. Their Hyperliquid DEX is already top 10 by volume in DeFi, and they haven't even added USDT or USDC to the TVL yet. At the time of recording, their TVL without stables sits at $1.1 billion. And it doesn't stop there. Hyper EVM, the ability to launch your own derivative markets, 50% fee share for creators, this turns the platform into a full-scale DeFi business builder. Want your own market? Stake 1 million HYPE, approximately $26 million, launch it, and earn from the fees. Another key point, real decentralization. In May, the team opened up the Validator program. Now anyone can participate in block processing if they're willing to stake. It's a new level of community involvement and a major step toward a transparent network economy. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Recently, Hyperliquid removed the token Jelly after it crashed by $12 million due to manipulation. This proves that even the best DeFi systems aren't immune to abuse. It's not a flaw in Hyperliquid, it's just the reality of the space. No decentralized platform is a magic button. They all require solid oversight from the community. One more important note, HYPE has already pumped. From $2.50 to $35 just days after token listings. And now it's holding around $25 to $26. That's a plus 920% move. We don't chase FOMO, we think strategically. No all in at the top, just careful exploration of the ecosystem, watching for new launches, and possibly entering in parts on corrections. Hyperliquid isn't just a token, it's a builder platform showing that the future of derivatives can be decentralized, but only if you know how to read the charts, track the metrics, and keep a cool head while everyone else is screaming, "Rocket!" The next project worth keeping an eye on is Internet Computer ICP, not because it once crashed from $700, but because right now it's building an AI infrastructure no other ecosystem can offer. What's the core idea? Other blockchains are just smart contracts and tokens. ICP is a full environment for hosting and running decentralized AI applications. You don't need to store the model on AWS and run logic on-chain separately. Here, everything is in one place: the model, interface, and request processing, all on-chain. The key tech is DAI, Decentralized AI, a set of frameworks for running AI models directly on ICP. In 2024, they showcased the first demos, a large language model running fully on ICP with no external backend. And this isn't just a tech demo. The first live apps have already launched, with neural networks working directly from the blockchain, no API dependencies. And what's important, it all runs on the native ICP token, with no third-party tokens or dependencies. This gives the token real utility. AI developers use it to pay for computation, storage, and GPU access. Based on this tech, the team introduced a separate project, Caffeine AI. This isn't just another agent, it's a platform that allows you to create and deploy apps in a Web3 environment using natural language. The user describes what they want. The AI generates code, deploys it on ICP, and immediately gives a live app link. No backend, no hosting, everything works through canisters. The project is still in development, and that's important to understand. No public release, no token listing, but there's an architecture, working demos, and DAO discussions showing this isn't just another hyped wrapper. They're actually building something new, a custom on-chain internet powered by AI. And it's all inside ICP, using its token as fuel. Also, on the roadmap for summer 2025, a layer for launching your own AI agents working as autonomous smart bots on ICP, a decentralized AI marketplace to publish chalk buy models, data, and compute power. This is no longer just an idea. It's already working, even if in early form. And most importantly, no one else in the market offers a similar solution where AI and blockchain are truly merged at a foundational level. So if anyone still thinks ICP is dead, they simply haven't seen where crypto infrastructure is headed. While others launch memes, ICP launches large language models. The infrastructure is there, the foundation is already in place, and the market is just being formed. Today, ICP is trading around $5, with a market cap of $2.7 billion. But if DAI really becomes the next phase of Web3 evolution, this is a project that's already several steps ahead of the game. We're shifting from the AI direction to another highly promising and exciting player in the crypto market, Sui, a next-gen high-speed blockchain that's stepping into the spotlight. It's a Layer 1 solution built on the Move language, launched in 2023 by former Meta developers. Sui uses object-oriented architecture and processes transactions in parallel, not sequentially like most competitors. The result? Insane speed, low fees, no queues. That makes Sui an ideal environment for DeFi, NFTs, gaming, and mass Web3 adoption. As of recording, Sui's TVL exceeded $2 billion, growing 40% in just the last month. If you've been following me for a while, you'll remember I pointed out SUI back when its TVL was 3 times lower. That's exactly why you should subscribe, so you don't miss such entry points. The project's technical base is strong. Developers are actively pushing SuiKit and BitLab IDE, which significantly simplify app creation. On X, the community highlights speed and fees as key strengths, and it's not just marketing, it's real user experience in actual DeFi protocols. Now onto mass adoption. Sui recently partnered with Xportal and Xmoney to launch a virtual MasterCard card. It's already live. Over 2.5 million European users can now spend Sui with 20,000 plus merchants through Apple Pay and Google Pay. This is the kind of bridge between crypto and everyday use most blockchains are missing. Integration with Zeta Chain was also announced. This means users from Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Solana can access Sui without switching networks. Cross-chain functionality is one of the keys to scaling any blockchain, and here, Sui is ahead of the pack. And then, the rumors. Web3 circles are buzzing about a potential partnership with Pokemon Home through the Parasol project. There's no confirmation yet, but if it happens, it'll explode the market, because gaming is one of Sui's strongest areas, and such an event could flip the game. And one more thing, institutions are stepping in. 21 Shares has already filed an application with the SEC to launch a spot Sui ETF. Yes, it's not approved yet, but the very fact of the filing shows growing trust in the Sui ecosystem from major players. Sui isn't just another blockchain, it's the foundation for a mass Web3 economy. Fast, user-friendly, gamer-centric, cross-chain, with real use cases already live today. Now imagine what happens when the next wave of users arrives. We're moving on to the final token. Ondo isn't just another altcoin. It's the express lane between traditional finance and Web3, and it's already funneling billions of dollars onto the blockchain. While legacy banks are stalling, Ondo is speeding ahead like a maglev train, clearing the path for institutional money. In March 2025, BlackRock's BULLISH fund, which partially absorbed Ondo's OUSG assets, reached $1.7 billion in AUM. This isn't a theory, it's already live, and Ondo is at the heart of it. Ondo's total TVL is nearing $1.25 billion, putting it among the top real-world asset providers alongside Franklin Templeton. But the key isn't just the numbers, it's the partnerships they're forming. On February 26, 2025, Ondo became the first RWA provider for MasterCard, joining their multi-token network. Imagine this: tokenized US treasuries being used for global payments with no middlemen. This isn't DeFi for the insiders, it's infrastructure for 1 billion users worldwide. In April 2025, Ondo's products OUSG and USDY were added to Komainu, a custodial service regulated and backed by Japanese financial giant Nomura. Institutions now have direct access to tokenized bonds with no shady backdoors, no rug pulls, and full regulatory transparency. Another key partner, World Liberty Financial, linked to the Trump family. Thanks to this alliance, Ondo is preparing solutions for tokenizing treasury assets at the national level. And while others are still promising, Ondo is signing contracts. In April, Ondo's CEO Nathan Allman met with the SEC to align on regulatory frameworks for tokenized securities. They weren't just invited to the table, they're helping set the rules. And here's the kicker. In 2024, the RWA market grew from $120 billion to $247 billion. That's just 0.02% of the traditional financial market. According to Citi, by 2030, tokenized assets could bring $6 trillion to blockchain. And Ondo is already leading that charge. This isn't just another hyped-up DeFi token. It's financial infrastructure becoming part of the real world. And if Ondo is already working with BlackRock, MasterCard, Nomura, imagine who's next. Friends, that's a wrap. Remember, this is just my take on the market, not financial advice. Always do your own research before investing. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more token breakdowns. See you soon.